Legion Airlines has made its name as one of the premier LCCs, low cost carriers. Um, they primarily fly. Uh, they have a lot of 737s, but one that I believe they have gotten some good use out of is the MD-80, MD-82, 88. Um, they're perfect. It's perfect size to go 2 to 3 hours. They're just the perfect for that. So we're flying out today in a rotate MD-80. So it's really is old. It's you may know it more as the DC-9, but it's a much older aircraft. So I thought we would give it a spin. Now there's a default one that's built into Xplane, and from what I've seen, I have not taken a full flight on it yet, but I'm already seeing that that's a good aircraft. So anyway, we're going to see if we can get out of here. We're in Clearwater, Florida, right now at St. Petersburg, Clearwater International Airport, and our kind of a little bit weathered MD-80, but I think Rotate did a good job on it. There's a couple of things that I really like on the way they set it up, and like to load fuel, some different things that are a little bit different than Xplane. Let's hit the cockpit. To assist us, we'll have a co-pilot, Brian, and also we will utilize XChecklist, as I am not the expert on this aircraft, and I really could use the help. So we're gonna use XChecklist, and also I'm trying to think of who our flight crew is going to be on this flight. If it's our creepy Halloween guy. He really is creepy. Let me see who's with us. Yeah, we'll see if we can find him here. The Halloween. This is the Halloween. Uh, the Halloween guy, cabin crew, and he kind of gives me the creeps, but we'll put him in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by hitting the battery.
On and locked. Parking brake. Set. External power. On. External power left and right bus. On. Passenger door, key is Shift plus F1. Open. Rear passenger door, key is Shift plus F4, if necessary.
What, by the way, she's reading off for me is from the default Xplane MD-82.
Open. Passenger stairs, key is Shift plus F3, if necessary.
On this aircraft, it doesn't work the same on the rotate. It doesn't.
Extend. Service door, key is Shift plus F7. Open. Forward cargo door. Open. Mid cargo door. Open. Aft cargo door. Open. Load fuel. As calculated. Boarding passengers and cargo.
Okay, here's where MD-80. So right next to my seat, we're going to take the cockpit of the yoke away. There's this book. So if I click this book off, you see it's right here, and that's where I can make these changes. So anyway, we've already loaded fuel. I'm going to go ahead and load cargo.
As calculated. Clear master caution. Check. FMC.
And to the FMC. Okay, so if you notice right now, everything's dark. This is specific to the rotate. It's actually on. What you have to do is turn the dials up. Also, something that's not that doesn't show up on our checklist here is the alignment of the IRSs. So we're going to go ahead and set the IRSs to nav. And now to the FMC. Once again, to get the FMC going, you turn it up. It's just round. Just turn up the brightness on it. And now all of a sudden you have a working FMC. We're going to do init ref. And our airport here is KPIE. KPIE. Something I did wrong there. KPIE. Okay. Now, for your position, so we need to put an IRS position here, and it's still aligned. It takes about 5 minutes, and you'll see it popping up periodically. It will fuss at us because it's not aligned yet. But if you'll pay close attention, you're going to, if I had to choose between these two, I can choose either one and put it in this set IRS. I'm going to use the GPS position because that's the actual aircraft as opposed to just the general airport position. Okay. Alright, so we've got that loaded, and then we're going to go to route, and our destination is KAVL. But to make this easier, you see here where you've got company route. If I put in KPIE and then I'm putting in KAVL, I've already copied this into my saved information under my airplane. But if we put that in there, it should come up. There we go. And then all you have to do then is bring in your flight number, which is Allegiant AAY. 989. Okay. And I'm going to talk to departure here about our clearance. St. Petersburg departure, Allegiant 989 would like our IFR clearance to at Asheville.
Stand by for that clearance. Allegiant 989, Tampa departure cleared to Asheville via the Baypo 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 33010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.3, squawk 6725.
Allegiant 989, Tampa departure cleared to Asheville via the Baypo 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 33010 minutes after departure. Departures on 125.3, squawking 6725.
Allegiant 989, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.8.
Brian, from here forward, you're in charge of all comms.
Understood, Captain Hellflyer. I will take charge of all communications from here on out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Allegiant Air Flight 989, departing from St. Petersburg and heading to Asheville. As you settle in, remember that the emergency exits are your doors to hell, should you need them.
Oh my
Don't
word.
worry about the life vests. They tend to disintegrate upon contact with water. Please fasten your seatbelts, though they won't save you from your ultimate fate. We'll be starting our trick or treat service shortly, so prepare for some devilishly delightful snacks. Enjoy the flight, and remember, once you're on board, there's no turning back. See you in the flames.
119.265, squawk 2276.
Is it just me or is that guy creepy? Creepy. Yeah, he's bad. Goodness, we got the Grim Reaper for a cat for our flight crew. That's crazy. My cabin crew, every time he talks to the passengers, he always goes, "See you in the flames." All right, where was I? Let that guy get to me, okay? All right, we have no surprises, by the way, on our setup. Our departure clearance. Okay, so that guy's really creepy. Okay, so let's look at our departure. So we're going to be going out on runway 18 on the Bapo 2 departure. Cam Joe is our transition, and then we'll be coming into Asheville on runway I-17. It is an ILS runway, and we're going to have to do a little bit of maneuvering to get in position. We have no arrival available to choose from, but our let's see here. Sug, so choose Sug right there. It did take, yeah, okay, so my alignment sometimes at the IRS is slow and it takes a while to align. Now let's look at how that comes out here. So I'm going to ignore the vectors. If they want to tell me something they can, but I'm going to take Finky, move Finky up here to vectors. And then I'm going to look toward the end, and I bet I have another one. Yeah, so I'm going to move Sug over here to this discontinuity.
Give me 1 second for that clearance. N8289er, a witted ground. Go ahead with your VFR request.
Okay. And we're not done yet with that because well, let's see.
Program flight plan. Takeoff V speeds.
Okay. I'm pulling up our V speeds here. Okay. I've got my iPad with NavGraph here to put these in. So NetRef. Our cost index, by the way, and I've learned this from Q8 Pilot, on the MD-80, just put in 100. And so our reserves.
No. If Connor was the pilot, it would have already been crashed.
Our fuel reserves are, just a minute, sorry guys.
That was literally my game to learn.
This should be 3,000. If you notice up at the dash A, and there, and oh, excuse me, that doesn't go there yet. Ignore that. 3.0. So that's our reserves. Okay. Our ZFW. Where do I find the ZFW? I'll find it here, and this is in the rotate here on the side panel. It's just it's a notebook. But ZFW is 115.7. 115.7. 0.7, but here's where it gets funky, and it will prompt me if I don't do this. I'm going to put a -A in there, and you'll see what it does. Don't do that. We'll try that again. Oh, my fault. It's in the fuel section that I have to do this next part. Don't let me confuse you. It wants our fuel. All tanks have 23.2. 23.2. Now we put in a /A. Okay, I got anxious. I'm sorry. There we go. And our cruise altitude is I think 330. Okay. I think I may have our cruise winds.
Give me 2 seconds.
We're with November
Go
8
up!
Tango
Go
Romeo,
up!
ready, copy for IFR clearance.
I had a date with standby.
And takeoff will be an out of, just a minute. POAT is 29. Okay, this is confusing here because you see that and you're like, it doesn't. You wonder if you have to type in the V speeds, and you don't. All you have to do is click right here. Okay, and then 165 there. We're going to put in our takeoff speed 175, so we do +10. And there, got that. And if you want to know how to turn the lights up on the dash here, underneath here, just roll your mouse. Scroll your mouse there, and the lights come up, and I think that's cool. Okay. Alright, so takeoff V speeds are entered.
Calculate and set bugs. Takeoff trim.
Takeoff trim's 15.
Calculate and setup. Flight director.
Our CG, center of gravity, is, wow, 0.6. Just about nothing. So that means for this I'll probably put, about right there. And our flaps, departure flaps will be 11. There, I've got that. Okay. Flight directors need to come up now.
Both on. Heading knob to runway.
Was 1.8 actually.
Set. Max bank angle. Set to 15.
Got it.
Initial cleared altitude.
The initial cleared altitude is 430. 4,000. Altitude.
Sierra Tango holding point, runway 7.
Set and arm. SPD/Mach. Set to V2 plus 10. Altimeter. Set local QNH. Cockpit door.
Hold on. I haven't set the code. I just haven't set that. 29er. And what's it wanting? Cockpit door closed? Locked. Yeah, cockpit door is locked.
Locked. Auxiliary hydraulic pump.
And this is the one you'll never find. You'll search and search. It's like hidden over here next to the FMC. So
On.
there we go.
All doors and stairway. All closed.
Okay.
Engine start pump.
Okay, so we're going to close forward door, retract stairs, close aft door, close cargo doors, and we're going to go outside and double check. Make sure all doors are closed. Okay.
Who wants to be in a helicopter?
I love taking off this time of the day. It's cool. Okay. Engine start pump.
I'm just painted and stuff.
On. APU master. Run. APU master.
Okay. And what we're waiting for now is we'll be waiting for the lights to come on.
Start. Check APU power avail.
All right.
They have better recovery from us when it comes to like anti-air as well. I get in the air, it's 2 seconds, something's locking on me immediately.
Okay, it should be available now. Yeah.
Go ahead with your VFR request.
Check. APU generator. Check on. APU bus left. On. APU bus right. On. Galley power. On. Left engine bleed air cross feed.
This one here is another one where I don't know what they were thinking about where they put it. So the left and right engine cross feeds, air cross feeds, are hidden down here. See, XV valve open, so we're going to pull those up.
On. Right engine bleed air cross feed. On. APU air source. On. Air conditioning left system. Off.
Oh, those are
Air
those,
conditioning
both off.
right system. Off.
Okay.
Check APU AC load. Check. External power left bus. Off. External power right bus. Off. External power. Off. Instrument lights.
He said something there I missed. So he had me turn off both of those, but he says external power off. I don't know if there's a missing switch.
As required. Stall test. Check. Max SPD warning test. Check. Annunciator / digital lights test. Check. Loops attest.
Loops are both right there.
Check. Loops B test. Check. Clear master caution. Check. Clear master warning. Check. Strobe lights.
I'm trying to take out one
Right here.
Position. Anti-skid. Armed. Push and start clearance.
Brian, would you get our pushback and start clearance?
I'll request pushback and start clearance now.
St. Pete
Received
ground,
and
Allegiant
activated.
989, requesting clearance for
Pushback
pushback and engine
procedure
start.
is required. Check. Left fuel pumps. On. Center fuel pumps. On. Right fuel pumps. On. Engine start system A or B.
On. I got it.
Select. Throttle idle. Check. Right generator.
precision bomb. Bravo.
Watching for about 25.
On.
The moment I get in the
Left
air,
generator.
the physical, visceral moment that I'm in the air, I'm sorry for the inconvenience of what is this.
Watching, once again, same thing, around 25-ish.
On. Right engine starter. Hold until 20% N2. Right fuel handles. On. Wait until N1 25%. Check. Right volts and frequency. Check. Left engine starter. Hold until 20% N2. Left fuel handles. On. Wait until N1 25%. Check. Check left volts and frequency.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
East ground, Coast Guard 6040, approaching taxiway Alpha from Hotel. We're going to go to Alpha 2 and request departure clearance on 36 from there. Roger, 118.3, we're ready for departure, Coast Guard.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Give me just a minute. Yeah, Roger, we are VFR, please disregard any
Check.
flight plan on file. Coast Guard
Engine
6040.
starter system. Off.
Yeah, I got a little
Engine start
anxious.
pump. Off. AC bus X-tie.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Auto. APU bus left. Off. APU bus right. Off. APU air switch. Off. APU master. Off. Air conditioning left system. Auto. Air conditioning right system.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Flight control elevators full forward.
Starting pushback.
Check. Flight control elevators full aft. Check. Flight control ailerons full left. Check. Flight control ailerons full right. Check. Flight control rudder full left. Check. Flight control rudder full right. Check. Windshield anti-fog and ice.
Yeah, I do. We need that anti-fog.
On. Pitot/stall heat. Capped. Left and right airfoil heat. On if needed. Left engine anti-ice. On if needed. Right engine anti-ice. On if needed. Yaw damper. On. Logo light. On. Seat belt sign. On.
Cabin
No smoking
crew,
sign.
all doors in flight and cross-check.
On.
Welcome aboard
Nose
Allegiant
light.
Air Flight 989, departing from St. Petersburg and heading to Asheville. On behalf of the airline, the captain, and the crew, I welcome you to this flight. I am Death, your lead flight attendant, and I'm joined by my fellow crew members.
Operation
Lucifer,
complete.
Michael,
Set
and
parking
Gabriel.
brake.
We're here to ensure your journey is as delightful as it is terrifying. Now let's go over some
Disconnecting
important
tow.
safety information.
Stand by.
Please ensure your seat is in the upright position and your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To open your seatbelt, lift the buckle. To close it, just pull it back down. Remember, while these belts may restrain you, they won't save you from your ultimate fate. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure,
On bright.
oxygen masks
Left
will
ground
drop from
flood
the
light.
compartment above you. To use them, pull the mask towards you.
On.
Place it over your nose
Right
and
ground
mouth
flood light.
and breathe normally.
On.
You'll need these
Anti-collision
before you scream
lights.
your last breath.
On.
Life vests
Cockpit
are
temp.
located under your seat. To use them, pull them out. Place them over your head and inflate by pulling the red tabs.
Auto as desired.
Just a warning.
Cabin
They
temp.
tend to disintegrate upon
Auto as
contact
desired.
with water.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Set as
Follow the
required.
illuminated signs to reach
Parking
them.
brake.
In the unlikely event of an evacuation, your
Off.
luggage must remain on board.
Taxi to runway
You wouldn't want
and
to
hold
lose any
short.
of your precious belongings on the way to
Check.
eternal flames. Now
Thrust
would we?
mode TO.
The emergency exits are located at the front and rear of the aircraft. To reach them, just follow the path of despair and the glowing lights. Remember, in the event of an emergency, your life is in our hands, and we will do our best to guide you to safety. Or not. And just a quick reminder, if any of your electronic devices become unusually warm, emit smoke, or show signs of damage, please inform a member of the crew immediately. If your device falls between the seats, let us know so we can retrieve it safely. Now sit back, relax, and prepare for our trick or treat service shortly. Every snack or drink brings you one step closer to hell. See you in the flames.
Brutal. Brutal. Okay. Flaps are going to be set to 11. Alright, there's some things I need to know how to set properly. Because it says heading hold and altitude hold. But there is a takeoff setting.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
This is where I've got a learning curve. That's appropriate. Now I'm still having to learn how to use toga or takeoff on this aircraft. So part of the process here, though, is okay. So we've done this set.
Check EPR 1.92. Flaps to 11 or 15 degrees.
Oh, y'all are not in the same way. Wait, what game are y'all in right now? Oh. Yeah, y'all aren't in this game. Ugh.
This is the part I always messed up because I've seen it's the proper toga, the proper takeoff to make sure I have my settings correct. By the way, if you're in this with me for tutorial, I'm sorry. I think we're learning this together. Okay, all right. If you know it, you're welcome to comment. But I'm bringing in an expert just to ask a question of her to see if she can fill in the blanks for us, because it's the only part that I understand on this one here. Sorry, Grim Reaper, you're going away. I need Millie. So here's what takeoff entails. When the MD-80, okay, so when you take off, you actually are going to bring your speed up to, I think, about 90%, and then you're going to activate your auto throttle at that point. You still haven't turned on the autopilot or anything, but just auto throttle, and it will spin up. The only thing I'm second guessing is to make sure we have this panel set up correctly, because it messes with your altitudes and different things. Let me see. Millie, I have a question that has to do with our takeoff settings.
For takeoff settings, ensure your flaps are set according to the aircraft's manual, typically to 5 or 10 degrees for a standard takeoff. Also, verify your V1, VR, and V2 speeds are calculated based on the current weight and conditions. It's crucial to have those numbers memorized for quick reference. You got this!
Millie, on the MD-80, there is a particular takeoff setting that's supposed to be on the panel right now. It's supposed to say TO across the front. Can you give me some instructions on doing it?
For the MD-80, ensure that the thrust levers are set to the TO takeoff position. This is typically done by moving the levers to the forward detente marked TO. Make sure to verify that the engine indications are normal and that the flight management system is configured for takeoff. Once set, you should see the TO indication illuminated on the panel. You're doing great. Just keep an eye on those settings.
I'm good. but think she just filled in the blank that I did not have filled in. And what she's describing, correct me if I'm wrong, but what she's describing is similar to the way we take off in the Airbus. But I think I have a better understanding now. So anyway, Brian, would you go ahead and get our taxi clearance to runway 18?
I'll get our taxi clearance to runway 18.
St. Pete ground, Allegiant 989, ready for taxi to runway 18. We have Quebec.
I think I understand what he means now. Okay.
Allegiant 989, taxi to runway 18 via Alpha 1.
Runway 18 via Alpha 1, Allegiant 989.
Check. Engine start system. OVRD. Annunciator panel. Check. Left external flood light. Extend on. Right external flood light. Extend on. Nose lights. Off. Galley, off for takeoff. Off. Check engine instruments.
Pushback startup approved, tail north, Catbird 104.
I want to get better at it.
Catbird 104, contact tower on 118.3. Take care.
Oh, on mouse, turning is hard because it's literally the mouse, like, button. Or not mouse button, but it's literally the mouse. Like, you
Check.
drag.
Takeoff clearance.
It's fine.
All right, we're heading to runway 18 right now. What he's saying makes more sense. So initially bring throttle up till you you have TO shows on the panel, and there what says heading, hold, and alt hold. The minute it's at that place, you're going to then hit your auto throttle, and then auto throttle will start doing its acceleration, and you can go ahead and set your nav then, everything else, so it makes sense.
I see you, dude. Oh, are they on the enemy team?
And it sounds real good talking about it. Brian, would you do the takeoff brief, please?
We'll be departing from runway 18, flying the Baypo 2 departure, climbing initially to 4,000 feet. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile. Weather at departure shows clear conditions. In case of engine failure below 400 feet, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400 feet, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure. For any abnormalities before V1, we'll reject the takeoff. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff and handle the emergency. Squawk 6,725,
contact tower on
departure
118.3,
frequency
take care.
125.3, flaps 5 for takeoff. V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, V2 is 152 knots, climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. Ready to go, Captain.
Oh, they have pepper jelly. I love it. Sorry, I'm ordering food. They have pepper jelly, so I'm happy.
Right, reset our clocks.
I have a whole thing of it in my fridge because I literally love it so much.
Brian, I think we're ready. Okay, so would you get our takeoff clearance?
No, we have a grill, or like one of those like stovetop.
I'll request our takeoff clearance now.
Allegiant 989, holding short of runway 18, ready to depart.
All right, see if we can do this the right way. It's by the way, the plane itself, the aircraft itself,
Allegiant 989,
handles
St. Pete Tower, runway
really
18,
well.
winds 100 at 4. RNAV Yachtler cleared for takeoff.
Is there literally no way to even like party up together?
Runway
Request.
18, RNAV Yachtler cleared for
Stroke.
takeoff. Allegiant 989.
We got lined up here. Now I'm watching the panel to see if we get the TO message.
Stabilizer. 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 Stabilizer.
I'm not getting it.
Stabilizer. 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 Stabilizer.
Right now we're on 90, about 90 and 1. Forward pressure on the yoke.
Stabilizer. 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 Fuck lab. 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 Stabilizer. Fuck lab.
Positive rate.
I like the Battlefield maps where it's like fully open. Not like all the vehicles. That puts me in conquest. How do I join though? Is there
All right, here's where it goes to hell in a handbasket. Hold on a second. Let's get this right. So I have
Allegiant 989, contact departure on 125.3.
climb. Okay. Now, so this plays a big part in everything. So I hit the right climb button there. So when I hit climb, I'm set for 4,000 initial climb, and I'm not climbing. Why not? Why am I not climbing? Oh, I know why. I don't want altitude hold.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah, I found it there. And then go to your name, and then it has invited to you and the favorites.
Okay, we're on the right nav track.
Sync rate, sync rate, sync rate, sync rate, sync rate, sync rate.
Hold on. Okay, we're not climbing, and there's something I'm not doing. Let me see if we can fix it. Okay. No, I have not fixed it yet. Come on, man. So, flaps are retracted. Auto throttle is active, so it is keeping my speed up. And I know what's wrong. Hold on. Oh, that's still not right. Hold on. Hold on, guys.
1,000.
Skylane 900 Echo, say again.
I know it's wrong. I'll fix it. No, no, I don't. What I'm trying to do is initiate VNAV. There's something I'm not doing right. I want to hit VNAV speed. Okay. By the way, we're on the right nav track now, but so we're on. I think the EPR climb is correct. Millie told me about EPR climb.
The APR climb, or the Standard Instrument Departure (SID), is designed to provide a safe and efficient climb path from the airport. It involves following specific waypoints and altitude restrictions as you depart. For example, if you're on the BAPO 2 departure, you'll follow the specified routing while climbing to your assigned altitude of 4,000 feet. This helps to ensure separation from other traffic and maintains a smooth transition into the en route phase. Do you have any specific questions about the APR climb?
We're still not right. We're actually not climbing correctly. Oh, we're gonna fix this. All right, we are climbing now, but I still, there's things here. Okay. Right. I think I've got a. I think I got it. Okay.
Agent 989 letting you know. About 3 9 minutes ago, we had an aircraft near you report moderate turbulence at flight level 55.
That was a rough departure. That was a really rough. Explain FMS EPR again, Millie.
The Flight Management System, FMS, uses engine pressure ratio, EPR, as a measure of engine performance. EPR is the ratio of the pressure of the exhaust gases to the pressure of the air entering the engine. It's crucial for managing thrust settings, especially during takeoff and climb. For example, if your EPR limit is set at 2.0, you want to ensure that your engine's performance stays within that ratio for optimal efficiency and safety. Understanding this helps in making precise adjustments during various phases of flight.
I see it. 1.88 there. Alright, so we're coming in on KAVL 17, which is going to be a heading of 167. And we're going to be at 110.90. So those are our course headings for approach. That's 110, 90. Okay. Way early, but I'll go ahead and set it now. We're on track now. We're on the right course heading. Everything's fine, but yeah, rough. We're about 415 miles from Asheville. So right now our settings, so our FMC is correct now, and then we're set to climb here, which adjusts some of our levels here, and we have FMS EPR, nav track, and VNav climb. Biggest thing to watch out for with Asheville is it's a smaller plane, much more maneuverable. That is that making sure our elevation doesn't need to be altered or changed. That is correct. Our landing altitude is 2164. So we're going to put that on about right here, 2100. At 3004. Okay. And that could change.
American 5JF, contact departure.
Alright, things have smoothed out, by the way. It was brutal. I'm still learning my workflow, or my takeoff flow. It's kind of rough. Alright, good. Alright. We're 357 miles outside of Asheville. It's saying my hydraulic pressure is low. We can fix that though. Hold on. Yeah, I bet it was low. It was off. Hydraulic pressure was off. It's really... I followed the checklist, and I think there are two things wrong with the checklist. I got to double check. One is it never prompts me to align the IRS's, the two IRS alignment switches. Never says that in the checklist. And another one, it doesn't have me doing something with the hydraulics. So I can change that. I might be able to change that in the checklist myself. In the XChecklist, I'll see what format they use to make that. We can change it.
Delta 5959, contact departure on 132.775. Departure 132.775, Delta 5959.
Alright, we're going to I'm going to try to go it without Millie the rest of the flight and bring back in that morbid flight attendant.
Dear guests, we are pleased to inform you that the use of electronic devices is now allowed. You may now take out your devices and enjoy your time. The lavatories are available and cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight. Gracias.
Alright, we'll be at cruise altitude for a while. I don't know what the path error thing is all about. Oh. I was just watching the movie called, I guess it's Plane. I'm trying to think of the actors in it, but I was oh, who is it? The 747 pilot that has a YouTube channel that does real well. He's a bald guy. He's got kind of spot the ball, kind of more slender guy. Not Captain Steve, but the 747 pilot, and he was doing a critique of the movie. And honestly, now that I've like been around them or done this, you can't watch a movie. I can't watch a movie that has an airplane in it. I mean, the one with Sully, I think still captured it. I think they did a good job. I think Tom Hanks did his homework on that. And I'm not saying that the actor that played in this Plane movie didn't do his homework, but they're in an MD-80, and that I thought that was kind of cool. So they're flying an MD-80, and they actually crash land an MD-80 in the movie. But some of the things they did, I'm like, that doesn't really happen. They didn't have a grasp of sterile cockpit below 10,000. None of that. They were just all over. It just didn't really strike me authentic. They put a lot of, and honestly, if you did it straight, I guess if it was completely by the book, maybe it would be a little bit more boring. I don't know. Alright, and I went over here and set to cruise. Set everything to cruise altitude. Or what the cruise, so what you should see a difference here. EPR, everything should have changed. Yeah, now we're at FMS Mach speed, nav track, and VNav level. I think our true airspeed's about 420 knots right now. I think I will take when from Asheville. We'll probably take a flight out of Asheville and go somewhere like to Newark. That Allegiant goes with the MD-80 too.
We will begin our trick or treat service shortly, so prepare your taste buds for some devilishly delightful snacks. You can look forward to our infamous Hellfire hot wings and the sinful chocolate cake, both guaranteed to bring you one step closer to the underworld. After our snack and drink service, we will be offering some articles from the Allegiant Air Shop, so keep your eyes peeled for those. Enjoy the flight, and remember, every bite is a step toward your eternal fate. See you in the flames.
I don't know what does that. It's my SimLink just dropped, and it's the second time it's done that in a couple of days. I'm not sure what's going on. See if it did it too on my see if I've got SimLink on this one. I just had it just dropped. SimLink or Navigraph just dropped, and I don't know why it's the second time it's done that. I don't know if they're doing some. I'm thinking they're doing something in the background, but that's the second time it's just dropped. Just no particular reason, just drop. Just like what's happened now. Yeah, that's not okay. I think they have a problem. It's not us.
Cactus 928, contact departure. Switch in Cactus 928. King Air 1 Golf Charlie, contact ground on 121.9er. Ground point 901 Golf Charlie.
Well, I might have to come in without it, and I'm fine with that. We've got a ways to go anyway. We've got says 89 nautical miles to 88 nautical miles to Twin, still at 330, and then Plier is 330, and then we'll begin. Then we've got quite a considerable distance to Sug, so we're good. I think we're fine. Do I need to download SimLink? I wonder if it's it. We're going to try it if we have to. Alright, we'll try that. Download. Do I need to download Navigraph? We'll see. We'll try it.
Delta 5959, welcome to Jacksonville. Exit at Juliet if able. Contact ground on 121.9er. Jacksonville Tower, Delta 5959, clear the active. Contact ground 121.9.
Alright. It's this side. So maybe it is. There we go.
Delta 5959, contact departure on 132.775.
back. Okay, so we're gonna go back and load that again. Wow, I don't know. I really can't explain that. It's acted up a couple of times recently, and I don't know why. Just don't know why. Just I'm thinking the way it's acted up, it's something going on in the background. I don't know if they've done some recent changes or updates, but we're 203 nautical miles outside of Asheville. Sorry, I'm geeking out that I've got my Navigraph fixed. It's just maybe I'm too dependent on it, but it's working now. Good. All right, we need our descent info.
Target altitude. Set. NAV1 ILS frequency. Set. Landing runway course CRS-1. Set.
Set, yeah.
Decision height. Set. Seat belt sign. On. Auxiliary hydraulic pump. On.
I don't think I ever
Thrust
turned it
mode
off.
GA.
Shower. Yeah.
November 967 Whiskey, you're leaving my airspace. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. United 510, contact departure on 132.775.
We're 172 miles outside of Asheville. Brian, do you want to go ahead and do the descent and approach brief for us?
Arriving in Asheville on runway 35 using the ILS approach. We'll be flying the Plyer arrival. Transition level is 18,000 feet. After the star, we'll intercept the ILS to runway 35. Weather at arrival shows winds 130 at 4 knots. Clear skies. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published procedure. Squawk code remains 6725, and approach frequency will be 119.15. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome, Steve.
Check EPR 1.95. Bank angle.
Our transition level is 18,000. Our our departure was rough. But I exceeded the speed limit. Speed limit is 250 knots below 10,000, and had quite a few issues with that. I do not anticipate needing to leave our airfoil. I've had it on. It can go off. I am going to leave on the anti-fog because I think a little bit of heat on the windows helps. Okay. See where we are. We are 139 miles outside of Asheville. Elevation is 2,100 and 2,100 is the elevation in Asheville. we are getting ready to get clearance to descend. We'll be descending down to the transition level, but I've got a feeling we're going to keep going. Allegiant 989 requesting clearance to descend to 18,000.
Allegiant 989, descend and maintain 18,000.
And
degrees Bleo FL 300. At transition level.
Cooper and Casper were having bopping matches this morning on my bed, in there. They were on, you just make a little thing and Casper pounces on it and Cooper pops him on the head. They did that for about 10 minutes.
We're ways from the transition height right now. Yeah. I don't think I have. It's not my. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've tried it yet. Uh-huh. Smell that. It's good. It smells good.
Local QNH. Below 10,000 feet. Landing lights. Extend and on. Nose lights.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, probably don't need it. But yeah, morning, yeah.
On bright. Logo light. On. Left ground flood light. On. Right ground flood light. On. Left and right airfoil heat. On if needed. Left engine anti-ice. On if needed. Right engine anti-ice. On if needed. Engine start system. VRD. Anti-skid. On. Speed brakes. Armed. 4/LOC mode.
Brian, please brief our approach.
We'll be arriving in Asheville on runway 17 using the ILS approach. We'll be flying the Plyer arrival. Transition level is 18,000 feet. After the star, we'll intercept the ILS to runway 17. Weather at arrival shows winds 160 at 6 knots, clear skies. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published procedure. Squawk code remains 6725 and approach frequency will be 125.8. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Button when captured. Press. Airspeed. Slats.
No.
Extend. Airspeed. Flaps. 15 degrees. Gear down. Down 3 green. Airspeed. Flaps. 28 or 40 degrees. Auto brakes. Arm and set.
My aircraft.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
All right, that was a little rough. I drifted a little bit to the left on there. I'm curious what my feet per minute were on that one. Anyway, welcome to Asheville. That wasn't a great landing, but we're at about 409 feet per minute. And I'll go back and look at it in a minute. Kind of a tight fit here with you.
Fire left engine. Fire right engine.
Don't know what happened just then.
Fire left engine. Fire right engine. 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 Fire left engine. Fire right engine.
Not sure. Let's go back while that smokes.
Fire right engine.
In the nicest way possible. That is the most southern Alabamian woman I've ever heard. I know.
Passenger view.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Still not sure what happened at the end. This. I have no idea. All right, we'll see you on the next one.